Okay.
Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day, I'm gonna make.
Hey guys, Tony the Soy Sauce Assassin. Welcome to our Wednesday show with a very sharp cutter.
Just got one.
You de-sharpen it today?
Sharper than last time when I was making a short. Come on, super sharp. Look at this. Look at that. Super sharp. So let me light this up and we'll get through. Yo, Hashimoto. My announcements today.
Announcement.
Yeah, I got an announcement. Like, dude, this is what the show's for. Don't you know? Like, what the hell? Man?
No.
You don't know? You don't know this is what the show is for?
Potcast. What the hell? Is that the announcement?
No, I just needed a title.
Oh, cool.
Wow, there's a huge hole on this thing. Look at this.
What? You could tell no.
First of all, let me catch myself a little bit. Because I had a medication, so not feeling too well.
Really?
Good morning.
Yeah. I had an allergic reaction today, so I ate a antihistamine. That's fast acting, so it makes you like a little bit. So that's why I look like but yeah. I just want to make an announcement here that I think a lot of people can tell, but we are having some of Tony the Soy Sauce Assassin cigar reviews edited by Albert. So if you offended anybody, go talk to Albert. That's one.
You mean
You
Joaquin?
I just want to put that, put that out there to
I thought I smelled something.
The hoodie that James is wearing. James not wearing a hoodie.
Yeah, he's wearing a white hoodie. You got the Archie Bunker hair.
the cool gray hoodie. All right, so that's that. And number two, I kind of figured out how we can do podcasts, and I want to do podcasts, but the question is, does anybody listen to podcasts?
What's up, Matt? What's the podcast?
I don't. But I do listen here and there if I take a shower or something. Yeah.
What's a podcast? That's where you you send the sound from your computer to your AirPods. You cast them to your pod. Is that when you listen to the sound of a video when there's actually no video, there's only the sound?
Or both.
Yeah. Sure. Why would anybody want to do that? I mean, you can just not watch the video while you're listening to the video. You don't need to listen to it. Kind of like this. Yes. A podcast normally has a set dialogue or a set track
Yeah.
that they go through, like a. Oh, it's one of those type of dialogues that we don't talk about. Agenda. It's an agenda thing. Okay. Or just a set of things you're going to talk about.
I have no idea what that is.
We don't talk about things that have agendas, okay? He's doing a Bauhaus.
German exclusive.
All right, so you guys think that because we don't say anything with the agenda?
This has to do with the podcast. Agenda, James is screwing around, dude. This is our agenda to smoke cigars. He's fucking around with words. That's all he's doing.
Right, I understand that. So I completely skipped it. I only pick up the words I need, and I respond to that. All right. So you guys think that because we are like our Wednesday, Saturday chat does not have much of agenda, it doesn't qualify to be part.
Free flow, yeah.
Right.
Free flow.
So that is not good to move this live chunks to a podcast format. No.
No, we can make it.
We'd have to have a topic.
Podcast format. Yeah. And all of us need to get into the topic.
Yeah.
Well, I do kind of look at the people that I'm talking to,
Because I kind of did some research on it, and for YouTube, there is a podcast section where you can take a video voice track and put it in there and make it into a podcast. And people can.
But you could do both, showing pictures.
Showing
video.
I thought I kind of covered that at the beginning. I guess I was mistaken. When I said that you could just watch the video without watching the video, you just listen to the video. Same thing.
The difference is that people can actually use a podcast software, listen to it.
Because that's what we want to do is add more software.
No, not for me. Not for me, obviously. The people who listen to it can just choose. Podcast is basically a internet casted show that has sound that can be downloaded to listen.
Anybody listening to this show, if you're the one guy that listens to podcasts, sorry.
So sorry for your bad luck.
So.
Too. If I got a long drive, I listen to podcasts.
Yeah, it's basically you could download it to listen to it. Download it to listen to later.
Eric, are you the one guy?
I'm just trying to figure it out. That's all.
I know. I'm just kidding with you, Tony.
I forgot how good this was, James.
Oh, do a poll.
Yeah, we can do
Sure.
a poll.
I'll tell you what. I'll remind you, Tony,
Hey,
to do the poll
I've,
tomorrow.
I've
Okay?
got one right here.
That one's right behind you, man.
Tony, I've got one right here.
Go do a poll, man.
By the way, does anybody need to remind anybody anything?
You need to do a
Happy
poll
Monday. I
on
don't know.
whether or not we do podcasts or not. So I'll
Yeah,
remind
because
you
I
of that.
think that's the new thing. Like if you tell somebody to remind you of something, it works. Inside Challenge Smoking
Oh
Machine, it
yeah,
works.
that's right.
I need to remind everybody to stay smoky.
All right,
Well,
so
James
Hashimoto's,
is,
I download them and listen to them on the plane as well. So,
Yeah, that's a
I
good place to listen. Tell the truth.
I don't know if anybody listens to it. That's the thing, like but I
I
would
could have
never.
like downloaded them and listened to them on the planes. When I was driving through the planes, I would have been able to listen to them then.
You drive in planes nowadays? Wow.
I did about 4 weeks ago. I drove through the planes.
Do they have little
Hot
golf
planes.
carts? The islands are too fucking skinny on planes to drive through.
Nope, I was able to, man. Because there certainly wasn't a reception out there. I know that. That's for damn sure.
Was that the flight to Chicago or?
That was the drive to Hell's Half Acre and back.
Well, you said you was driving in planes. I mean,
The high planes, actually.
well, they're usually high if they're flying.
No, we were just going the speed limit.
I'm gonna get on Tony's
You weren't
nerves
flying.
here, man. I need to cut out. I need to cut that shit out.
No, Tony just on meds. He's fine.
No,
He's on meds.
you guys have the whole agenda, so I like to go through the agendas.
Oh gosh.
A new hat, Tony.
I had to wash my other hat, so I had to use a different hat for now.
Okay.
I make this a podcast?
No, it's not. But I figure if James had to go through the agenda with Albert arguing about the plane that didn't exist, go for it.
He said he could fly. He said he could drive in planes.
Not the plane you're talking about, obviously. So, and you know that. So I'm waiting for you guys to kind of get it over with.
I'm done.
Why don't Albert and have their own podcast so we can have a show back?
There you go. Yep.
No, I'm just trying to, figure it out because I think, some stuff, technology does help, and I just had to figure out the technology to make things better. And I do know that some people does listen to YouTube when they are driving, where, like 2-hour show when you're driving, you got to drive into spots where there's no connections. But podcast, you can technically listen to it by just downloading it ahead of time and just do it. So I don't know if that's something that, people like or not. And obviously, if there's something people like, then I will also work towards a more organized, pre-recorded podcast for people to listen to as well. Where I have time where, at nighttime, I can invite Martin or invite Eric or Albert to have a small conversation. More organized conversation, not on the screen kind of conversation.
That's it. Organized.
To talk about certain things, and without.
Well, we missed the big rush because we could talk a lot about Bud Light, in the submarine.
Without doing too
There'll
crazy, I don't know.
always be more.
Obviously, it's not something that I'm good at. I have not done it. I don't have that radio.
You've done you actually you follow kind of a pattern sometimes though with what you're discussing. When you bring certain things up on the lives,
Mhm.
it's very similar to that.
Oh yeah. I just but I've never kind of figured out podcasts until recently. that the only difference is that you can download it and listen to it. So
I mean, podcast can be a discussion.
Or
I
make
can
it
download
extra
a
funny.
YouTube video and listen to it though. That's the thing.
Well, we can make it serious and extra funny at the same time, Rashi.
Make sure
most
that-
serious podcasts will make extra funny. Okay.
But the thing is, this can be saved as a podcast, right? Is what you're saying, and then
Yeah.
that
Right.
That can go
I can make
into
all
the-
the live shows
with
podcasts, but at the same time,
Yeah.
I also understand that our show goes to nonsense a lot of time, and I don't know if people like to listen to nonsense when they're driving.
well, they do, they don't. They can fast forward too, right?
Can you? I don't know.
Yeah,
I gotta go
it's-
download a podcast to see if there's a.
It's a player.
I mean, I think it's just a matter of having a topic, sticking to the topic, making sure there's no lull between questions or answers or whatever,
Okay.
and then just, I think you got a good thing.
Because I personally don't like a stiff conversation. If you don't, you know what I
Right.
mean? Stiff conversation. And I think that listen to a stiff conversation will drive you to sleep, which is more dangerous when you're driving.
Right.
So
Yeah, put it like
I'll move around
you know, you-
topics.
Well, there's
Yeah.
there's podcasts that do that. It's more of a free flow kind
Mhm.
of thing.
Yeah.
There's it varies. It's the whole gamut is there. So you
Yeah.
could take this live and just, you post it as a YouTube video like you do now, stream it to YouTube, and then just convert it to a podcast and it archives there. And
Okay.
then people
So
can,
here's what we're gonna do.
because people
Mrs.
subscribe.
Assassin. Mrs. Assassin has to have more questions for the podcast.
You give too much of that kind of, I don't know. It's like a pressure thing. If you had to ask her directly all the time, you know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, you got a question today? Let's become a chore, and she doesn't like to do that. So
mhm.
Well, so you hit the nail on the head though, right? That's the issue with doing what like Matt's saying. If you make it more serious, you have to you go in production for it. You have to do pre-production. You have to think about what you're going to talk about and
Mhm.
get the right people in the right time.
yeah, I
You
think
know, so
a
it's-
separate
uh,
podcast for select people. in the show.
It's an effort. I mean, it may be worth it, but it's still effort.
Well, Hashimoto think that it's cool to have, more private podcasts or conversations and stuff like that. And I thought that's something I can consider to do. I just want to kind of brainstorm a little bit, I guess.
Yeah.
What if you just be a Legion member? Would you try to get people in the industry on guests? Okay, Lo, I am not good at inviting people to talk to me. If anybody knows Tony the Soy Sauce Assassin, is that he does not give a shit about anybody else's opinion. So a lot of time he does not go and reach out unless they reach out to Tony. So chances are you're not gonna hear anybody else but Legion opinions, because I don't reach out to people like ever.
Because Tony is about making a killing. He's not about reaching out.
Tony is a very different person. If I had to get to a business call to get somebody on the show, no one will ever call Tony back.
or to get them off the call.
Yeah. So, that wouldn't be a good idea. Trust me on that one. I don't call people and says, hey, can I have a conversation with you? More, I would like to have something that's more consistent, and talk to people. So,
Yeah.
and I feel more comfortable talking to people I know too. I can give people hard questions, but I feel more comfortable to do it with people we know, and not get Shadow Smoker Legion banned by any corporation or company or cigar brand, unless it's Perdomo.
Right.
Then I don't care. But
Yeah. Seriously. Perdomo.
or people who can tell the difference between Perdomo and Cuban cigars.
That's it.
All right, dude.
I'm not saying any name.
Dude, if we can't smoke Perdomo because you had a beef, don't go piss off Espinosa.
Yeah, don't go interviewing nobody from no other cigar companies now, Eric, because
No,
Yeah, 'cause
I
you
tend to
gotta
piss
do
off
nothing.
cigar brands that I don't talk to, so you'll be okay.
Oh, dude.
We won't be
shit.
able to smoke nothing if you talk to too many that number of.
Well, I tend to
No,
piss
but
off
the thing
things
is,
that I
like-
don't talk to, so it's okay.
Yeah, I see
We
where
can talk.
I see where Matt's going with it. That makes sense.
It's the same old shit, but on podcast. Okay.
Delafina?
Stella Fin 4, how are you? I'm mellow today. It's a rare mellow, Tony. Very mellow today.
Yeah, very blah today.
If you call him
No
Saka,
excitement.
I had a very strong antihistamine, so I'm very mellow right at this moment. Almost
Okay.
nothing bothers me right now. It's actually pretty cool.
So you're melatonin.
Melatonin. Melatonin. If I can do it, you can do it. No, see, here's the thing, Anderson. I know that if you can do it, I can do it. But the way we did it will be different. Is like you don't try to piss people off.
Yep.
I think I just piss people off, period.
Yep.
So
We do that. We do that.
Yeah, just a little.
Well, yeah, because you have the your wrong segment. You know, that's always fun.
Yeah.
What? You're wrong,
Your
segment?
wrong segment. Yeah, there's always a segment of you're wrong. And
Yeah.
so you tell everybody they're wrong.
Yeah. Like that's I think that's a occupational hazard,
That's why there's a Tony's fault section too.
right? So
That's the counter.
it's about the growth of the group. Let's make it different. So yeah, I don't mind. I actually like that idea. You know, a few people kind of brought it up to me already, and I just want to go, Sir? SIR
Sir,
Honda?
Assassin.
Please tell me.
SIR.
Hey, just I'm an old guy here, so I don't understand. What's the all capitals mean? It does
It
make it
means you're
easier to
yelling.
read. It makes it easier to read. That's for sure.
It means that you're yelling at people.
And you also make it easier to not having to deal with punctuations.
Ah,
So let me see.
Consider-
So he says, how
It's
are
not
you?
that
I
you
already
don't need to
answered.
do
I'm
it,
very
sir.
mellow today. And he says, sir, please tell you what? What would you like to know?
so you like programming COBOL in uppercase too, right?
Like, what would you like to know? But if you had to co-host, then we could probably bounce the question and get into more depth with your questions and answers. Yeah, I mean, if I do ended up talking to somebody, it might. But like, for example, if I ended up talking to, I don't know, Lewis or something like that, and it was on something of significant questions, I probably put that on podcast. But here's the thing: I don't usually have of significant question. My question are
You
usually
are
very
gonna do it.
uncomfortable.
If you do it, you are going
Right.
to do it better than Innocent does, right?
Wow.
No, I think Innocent is a different category because he's actually not afraid to reach out to people
Yeah.
and talk to them and give them good questions and similar to what Martin would have done because he have done it before. And
Yeah. I'm
I
a
just
great
wanna know-
interviewer.
Does Innocent have the guts to try to get Martine and John Huber on the same channel?
Fuck no.
who's John Huber?
I don't know who John Huber is.
Yeah, I don't either.
I don't know either. Yeah. And that's an honest thing. I don't know who that is.
Crown
Like,
Head.
oh, it's Crownhead. Oh.
Roundheads.
No, here's the thing. One of the thing I believe is that Martin does not give a shit.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Okay.
He don't-
All right.
he don't
All right.
watch
He give a shit,
our
but he doesn't give a
videos,
fuck.
you know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
I give a shit, but I don't give a fuck.
And you can put him against anybody and talk. He wouldn't care. He would just talk to them, right? And another thing is that I also believe that any business owner will talk to anybody, even if it's bad reputation, is still good. It's still good. Good information out there, right?
Yep.
All news is a good news. There's no such as bad news. So
Well, one person doesn't think that.
let's not start.
Well, I mean, to be fair, and a good business person is going to give you a packaged responses.
Oh yeah. There's a politician response. You know, I cannot confirm or deny. I do not recall.
Right.
I'll get back to you on that. I'll refer to a different team. You know, that kind of stuff. But it doesn't necessarily mean it's a good thing. You know, you can tell nowadays. Like back in the day, you might not be able to tell. That's kind of like a business answer. But nowadays, you're like, yeah, some lawyer decided to write that for him. So, you know, obviously that wouldn't be a good conversation per se. So,
Yeah, but I think also though the trick is not necessarily asking things that are,
well, that's the thing. If I'm gonna talk to somebody, it had to be a hard question, right? Well, also we probably already know. If it's already information that you know, which they let that information out, then you already know.
Yeah, but there's some information though that doesn't have to be regurgitated.
Oh, sure. I mean, it's similar like I don't know. They talked to Robert Downey Jr. about his jail time, something like that. I don't know. So.
Well, I mean, there's conflict of interest. You're not gonna, or if it would be a conflict of interest for them to be perfectly honest about it. And you know that's the case. Sometimes you don't want to say.
Yo, Innocent, where are you, on the bus?
Hey, you're muted.
No, I'm cooking dinner for the boys.
Okay.
But you can do good at it, Tony. The only thing is the hardest part is just scheduling the meet, because these people they don't get no other media, so they don't have no problem coming on a podcast to talk about their products, because they're not like the only time they're getting advertisement is unless they're in like the whiskey magazines or other usual magazines, stuff like that. So anytime they can get on and talk about their product, and even if you have 40, 50 people, that might be 40, 50, it might be 10, 15 people that never tried to sniff a cigar before.
No, I think that's where our understanding is different. Like I think you do very well on that kind of stuff, help people advertising and get to know certain brands and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I don't like that kind of information. I don't want to be an advertising platform. I like a candid conversation. That's what my style is.
So you know what? So you should go into trying to get. Hold on a second. Hold on.
See, this is why we can't have a podcast.
Hey, he's on the phone again. You just jumped on the phone.
Maybe the angle cigar industry people always regurgitated the same questions. Yeah, I mean that's one of those things.
Pretty much.
So, and recently, if you guys see my the YouTube shorts, I really think that in my mind, I think that we need to make fun of this industry.
Yes.
I mean,
that's, oh my God, Tony, I agree 100%.
Because this industry is filled with obviously good people, but so many snubs need to be made fun of.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
That kind of stuff.
That's a good idea. We should just try
That's
to
a great idea.
Guest. Any guest, we should try to piss them off.
Like what? No, not like that. Not like that's not what that's not what we meant, but
The podcast doesn't have to be based on just about cigars. We already have enough talk about cigars and people doing the same stuff. Let's change it up. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm trying to figure it out. So.
Oh, Tony, I need you to remind me of something.
Sure.
Remind me to let people know about the fantasy football. We need like 4 more teams. So,
see, I mentioned about that concern before, whether or not we're gonna get enough teams.
We're almost there. We're almost there. But if you remind me that
when is the deadline?
Oh, it's like September 2nd.
September 2nd? Oh, it's still plenty of time then.
Yeah.
I would say this, Tony. The way your personality is, you don't have to stick to you don't got to stick to cigars. you can get people that you know that are in the same type of field that you're in, and also too, you're dropping knowledge onto people that, you know, like that are in your expertise. So people like, all right, I didn't know that happened. You know, stuff like that. Like it doesn't have to be. It don't have to be with cigar related.
I would kind of like ask stupid questions because you know how cigar smoking in the U.S. is different than cigar smoking in other countries.
Is it?
Like, is
Yeah.
cigar etiquette really a fucking thing when you're over there fucking blending cigars and doing all the other shit?
It's actually
Like,
more
do
so.
you have like all this shit, like where you fucking lighting a cigar with the cedar spill and doing all this other bullshit?
What
No.
cat?
There's country out there
Oh.
that's still like very old fashioned about lighting up cigars and smoking them.
I mean, that would be a question to ask cigar owner or somebody.
Like honestly, like I would like to see you get on with somebody that knows about watches and sit and talk about watches, because you know a lot about watches, Tony.
That would bore me.
Right.
It might bore you, but Eric might like it. James might like it.
But on that topic, like, you know, Albert talking about different country and stuff, I think it's even more snobby in any other country cigar.
You think so?
Yeah, because in this country, cigar is relatively affordable to most people. In another country, especially Asia, cigar is a luxury, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you gotta choose between a cigar and 3 meals, you buy the 3 meal.
Yep. Just like in Mexico, same thing. You know, when you go to Mexico, a $10 cigar can go a whole week for food.
Right? Okay, average lunch in
I don't know
Japan
about
is $5. Right? An average Cuban small tiny cigar is 20. So why would I go buy $20 cigar when I can buy 4 meals?
Shut up, Hashi.
So it's really a luxury thing. People who go to cigar shop tend to dress up. People who smoke cigar tend to be of wealth. And you know, when you go to cigar shop, the service people dressed up.
Mm-hmm.
So
We talk about tea. Ethan suggests we talk about tea.
Tea.
Yeah.
Sweet or unsweet?
so
Sweet
yeah,
or
I just try
unsweet?
to, you know, figure it out, get some
Well, think about
opinion
this,
on
Tony.
it. So
Like you can go with that.
Cups of
Like
tea.
you know a lot about coffee.
well, I don't have problem with getting topics. My problem is decide between a candid one, an organized one, or stick to a topic one, which I really don't like to stick with the topic.
I think
Right.
we could start off with a topic and it could veer and then come back if it does. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Well, most
I mean,
podcasts
we
always beer.
We could do like a subject with, I mean, like a topic with many subjects in between.
Well, how about this? How long should a podcast be? Because I've seen some serious long podcasts.
An hour.
I think
An hour.
I think it
hour,
stays out there, however long it stays out there, like for until you take it down, right?
Well, how long is too long?
I think 2
Years?
hours too long
Years?
sometimes.
Years?
Like depends on when you take it down. That's how long you keep it out there.
No. That's not what I
No,
mean.
no, like
How long the
is it?
conversation is.
Oh, okay.
I would say like an hour is a good because then you just have enough to talk about, but then you don't just run out of subject to talk after like an hour. You know what I mean?
Or what you can do is if you get 3 people, you have one person who reads the questions, and then like you get reaction from one person, reaction from another person, and then you also throw your feedback in there, and then from there you just move on to the next question.
Then that will be organized, right? That will be an organized one where I have to list of questions.
No, but it'll always veer off.
It's gonna veer a little bit, and then we're gonna come back.
Exactly.
So when I was on somebody's podcast one time, they basically told me what their plan was for the show. They gave me the list of questions they were going to ask, so I kind of had a little time to prep, and then they asked me during their podcast. So it's almost like a I kind of knew what was going on, but I didn't know the order that it was going to be said in, and then go through the show with like little tidbits on what was being asked. But so that could be a thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey James, how you doing? You good?
You're banned again.
Thank
Well,
you.
you like doing things that are going to ban you, don't you?
No, you can't get trouble giving. You two don't care about that. That's different.
No, but you know that on Discord, if you do that, you get muted.
You know what? Hey, I would say this. I found ways around it. Now.
Found words around what?
Nothing.
You know, we do have mods, and we have very active mods. That just is lenient. So
He's already on probation, so he figures what you gonna do to him besides that.
oh, we have more than that. We have probation, and then we have 1 day ban, and we have 30-day ban, and then we have rock ban, and then we have jazz ban.
Then we have a cigar ban.
Cigar ban.
Yeah, you forgot the most important cigar bans.
Yeah, and after the cigar ban, now we
Lots of
have
cigar
voodoos.
bans.
We have. I hope you keep getting really wet cigars. I hope you get plug cigars. They just keep going on. There's a huge list. So.
Well, guys, I gotta check out.
We should.
All right, have a good one.
You guys have a good one.
Later, James. Somebody should make a little voodoo doll of Innocent. Have like little hands coming out of it. And anytime you want to do something bad, just poke them.
No, I would, for voodoo doll, for Innocent, it would be like a spider with 8 legs. Every time you curse him, just break a leg.
Yeah.
Something like that would be very, very, very aggressive voodoo, right? So yeah, I mean that's something that I am thinking, brainstorming.
Yeah, well, think about it. Like, think about the last one that we did, Tony, with PCA. Like, it was kind of I was in a rush, but like out of all the interviews that I did, the one with you I was the most comfortable.
Okay, that's what I'm saying,
it was
because you know
straightforward.
me, so you're comfortable.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're
Yeah.
talking to Luis Cueva on the PCA thing, it'll be very, very, very different. It'll be very different conversation.
No, I would say probably after the first 10 minutes, that's kind of cool.
Innocent.
Yeah.
Constructive criticism.
Uh-huh.
Take it. You can take it. You don't have to take it. When you have a guest, let them talk more than you talk.
I do.
Yeah, he does.
Most of the time. But
seen
you'll
it.
go on like this rant and go on and on and on.
I've seen him do that.
No, I actually don't think Innocent talk that much. He doesn't talk over his.
In fact, I
Yes.
was like trying to figure out if it was Innocent's show on time, man. All I
Yeah,
saw
because
was, like,
sometimes they get take over.
And that's what you want. You want the guests
That's exactly what you want.
that's what you want them to sit there and poke their mind.
Yeah, but that's a different, it has to do with the style of the person who's talking to you.
Right.
So
Like you just want to give them questions and let them go off on a tangent, and then you find something in the question and add on to it.
yeah, but when they say when they get the impression that they have taken over your podcast, that's when that's probably where that's a sign. That's all I'm saying. So,
I have a problem too. Like I am
But what-
actually is very concerned about this issue if I do have a podcast. Is that if I'm talking a podcast and I have Eric as a guest or a host or something like that, can people tell the difference over the radio?
Eric talks fast. like Vietnamese talk very fast, so you can tell that. So you can tell. Eric
I can
talks
talk
fast
very
as shit.
fast too. I know when I'm talking about a topic that I know very well about, I talk fast. So I'm
think
just
it was
afraid
like
that people is like, why is Tony talking the whole time?
all right, get off your cameras and let's see what you tell.
Yeah, you can always
Well, you
tell.
can't choose a day where I'm mellow. Obviously, not gonna be fast.
All right.
You know what would be a very interesting day if Eric got the took like an edible one day and came on and slowed down a little bit.
I would never take an edible. So.
It's so dangerous.
You know?
So dangerous.
I'm just saying it's nothing to mellow him down. Like
you can
like
you
whatever
can
you
try
feel.
something lighter first. Eric can try catnips. Those are like stage 1.
I could take.
You
I
mean
could
like
take
those edible arrangements, like where you get them? And they're like,
That is the most
Yeah.
overpriced fruit I've ever seen in my life.
I mean, that's because like
Yep.
it's good because it's got like the melons, the cantaloupes, and shit.
Yeah, they are cheap as hell. They're like $1.
I could take NyQuil before I go on.
Then you pass out like I do.
Right? That's I don't know.
Hey, listen, you know that whatever a chick on Twitch, she falls asleep during her stream, and people pay to like wake her up.
Say what?
She falls asleep during her stream
Yeah,
people
people do
pay.
that. Yeah,
to wake her up.
because when you pay, you get the chat with voice. So they will read out your chat and they'll try to wake them up. But-
Okay, no Eric on the show. All right, cool, Hashi.
I mean, how do you make that?
Damn.
Well, like
Damn.
if I on my show, I have Albert and James at the same time, they would just think that I only have either Albert or James on my show.
That's not true. That's not true.
Because it will be like battle of the two jokes.
It'll be that. It'll be damn City.
That's not true.
You know, and I wonder if there's any editing need to be done on that one. So I don't even know.
I don't think so. Maybe minimum editing, very minimal.
I would think that podcast you don't need to edit, right? It just said that pull a video over and then change gotta put an icon as required.
Generally, you have a soundboard that you play to get the lead in.
Right.
Your exit, yeah.
So I do have a soundboard here, or a stream deck that I can put the soundboard on. So, but I never remember to use it. So, Val should be on the show and talk about the hat. Or that will be 3 episodes. That'll be 3 episodes. Episode 1 will be about the story. Episode 2 is about how he's not satisfied, and episode 3 will be about how half box is 10 count, quarter box is
And then-
5-pack. You know.
And they don't get a hat when you buy a half box.
Incidentally, y'all know what we're talking. You're using the vernacular quite well. Ergo, you're validating that half box, quarter box works.
I also knows how trans community works. Does not mean I'm validating it.
Totally different things, man.
You're saying that if I can use the terms and the understanding of it, that means I validate it. No, just because I know how to use it.
No. Well, initially when we argued about it, you said it would be confusing to people, but you understand it quite well.
And trans community still confused the shit out of me.
Yeah.
So just saying, just because I understand it does not mean I validate it. I still don't think that here's the thing, I don't ever want to go out there and see a nice box of 10 cigar, nicely arranged, and the bottom says half box of premium cigar.
That would be sad.
Yeah, I don't ever want to say that. I don't ever want to see that. Half box premium cigar.
Well,
Right?
if they start sounding like, they start advertising it as like a half box, they better get some half price, man.
Technically it is, because if you bought one, you're only paying half the price of a 20.
Mm-hmm.
See?
I gotta defend both sides. It doesn't make sense, but yeah, for some people
does.
who is very it would. But like, I think most like Cuban cigars, they sell in like 24 and stuff like that, with like weird numbers. Then out of box, so it has to be a box plus 4. Right? I don't know. America is a weird market for cigars. Really is. The rest of the world don't have that problem. In fact, the rest of the world, if you buy a cigar, you'll never get a hat.
So a half wheel is 50, right? A half wheel is 50.
I actually don't know.
Yeah.
No, there's not
smoking.
100. There's
I'm
not 100
smoking a
cigar
cigar.
in all wheel.
That
Is there?
you can't get in Texas or in the U.S.
Say that again?
Isn't
I said I'm smoking a cigar you can't get in the U.S.
Okay.
what is it? I don't know what it is.
It's a Drew Estate Bauhaus. It's a German exclusive.
Oh. Why didn't you review that one?
Yeah, 50.
Why? I don't know. Do I want to smoke it?
Oh, okay.
Cigars.
Okay.
2 years old.
Which is kind of weird because, like, you know, a lot of time you have like an odd number, and when you have 100 cigars in a wheel, you know, when you distribute to a box, that's kind of weird too.
It's $5.
Yeah, but like some cigars have 12 counts, some cigar has 13 counts, some cigar has 23 counts.
I think it had to do with size cigars.
So I don't know, but yeah, like I said, other countries kind of weird. It's a luxury thing, and when you're in a luxury thing, you don't go like, "Hey, can I get a free hat?" They'll be like, "The gift shop's over there. Would you like to buy a hat? That'll be $50." You know. I think the only thing I ever got free from an Asian cigar shop is one, an extra cigar for a box purchase. Well, two, a box of matches. Thank you very much. Never a hat.
20 matches.
I never get offered anything from a cigar shop. That if I buy a box, they never offer me anything.
Yeah, because you know, because they know this Asian
the
guy's
only-
gonna come in and buy. He's not gonna know anything, you know.
The thing is, like,
What do you know?
don't-
I'm in the industry for
they give
30
me-
years. Oh, get the hell out of here.
they give me % off. That's it.
No, because it's all about the money.
Yeah, it's not. But I'm just saying that's what I get offered is percentage off. But I never get offered any swag. ever.
Swag is usually in the event. They're like, you know, if you go to an event where the rep is hosting, they brought swag with them to entice you to buy more at their event.
Right.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, you're not gonna regularly go to a random shop and say, "Hey, I'm gonna buy 5 cigars, but I want a hat." And then they'll be like, "This Asian guy, get the hell out of here."
Dude, the thing is, if I want the hat, I would buy enough for them to just give me the hat. I would just demand that, like, hey, I want the hat. I just take it and walk out. And they can't say nothing about it.
I think swag is misnamed anyway, right? If you have to buy something to get the swag, it's not stuff we all get. It's stuff that people get.
Where was this?
It's considered promotional goods, right?
But then, like, to me, like, I don't like swag that from other company or anything because I don't like to give free advertisements. So
Yeah, that too. That too.
I don't like to do it. Yeah.
Says the guy with.
Oh, that's different though. I'm a fan.
I know. That's what people are doing.
Oh yeah, I should take off this guy and this guy too. Again.
Yeah, but that's where you're a fan of like the cigar brand you got the swag from, right? So
Oh, I like I said, I love Opus. I would never wear any of that swag.
okay.
Why not?
Because
There's
they
a
were just
reason, because
Can you imagine you wear Opus t-shirt, you have 2 X's, 1 on each nipple.
Like I said, I don't like free advertising, anything. You know, even though I love them, unless there's what you know.
I mean, I had a Drew Estate hat that I wore for 2 years before it was like shit.
Yeah, like I can't do it. I don't know why.
It was my camo hat.
Right? Okay. Yeah, and
I think
So I think Drew Estate is giving out the same swag they gave out last year's Bond Smoker.
Okay.
no, because
Oh,
their
no,
Bond
they want me-
Smoker has years on it. Has the number year on it.
but you're still getting the same color bag with the same you're still getting the same bag.
Well, when you make a swag, you don't make one. You make thousands. So yeah, you gotta have leftovers to give away.
Yeah, well, they better fix that shit by August.
Opus X Glencairn at $300 each. Wow.
Yeah, they are up there, man. Shit.
Damn.
All right. I got a question.
What's
It's
up?
off topic. So if y'all want to keep talking about this, I'll wait.
Go for it, Albert.
All right. So you're driving down the street, like a neighborhood street, right?
Am I 6'4"?
And there's cars on either side. There's little openings here or there, you know. So you're coming down and you meet another car coming the other way. Who stops first normally? Do you stop first or do they stop first? Like, what's your experience?
It depends
Wait,
how much
Say
distance.
that again.
That depends how much
Say
who
that
reached
again?
there first. So are you
So-
saying that you gotta go through a one way because both sides has cars parked, right? You gotta get
Not
through a
one
narrow
way.
way.
You mean
It's
the other guy's
narrow.
just going the
Not one
opposite
way,
way?
it's narrow. It's narrow way, yeah.
What was the question? I got lost a little bit. Sorry, Albert.
I know. So did I.
Okay, so he's talking about two-way street, right? But sometimes
Uh-huh.
something happens. There's car parked on each side, so there's only one path, but it's still two-way street, right? So do you stop first, or they stop first to let you go? You know,
What's
which
your
one?
normal routine?
But
Do you
you,
have a routine for that?
but
Yeah.
usually
My
wouldn't that be
normal-
who reached that opening first?
Yeah.
No, not
Usually,
necessarily.
my normal routine is usually if I get there, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, it's like a yield.
Yeah, it's who gets that opening first, and then
Oh no, you both have openings. Let's put it okay. Let's say that. You both have openings. Now what?
So why do you have to stop if you both have the opening?
Why do you have? Yeah.
Your opening they don't have, but they have an opening that you don't have. So
That's true, Lo.
Right?
Truth,
The opening has to be only enough for one car to pass for someone to stop, or else there's no reason to stop.
All right, Hashi. See ya.
Right, Hashi?
that's
see you,
funny.
man.
See you later, buddy.
Does it matter? Like, does that make sense? Because that path has to be only one car for people to stop. If it's just a two-car path, there's no reason to stop.
No. Here's what happens, right? And I've gotten to where I don't even want to stop anymore. I'm just gonna keep driving
Okay?
and make the other person have to stop.
Okay, so just go faster so you get there first.
Yeah.
Well, it may not be worked out that way. That's my point. This is not a, it's situational. Let's say that it's situational. But what pisses me off is I'll stop, and then the other person's trying to be courteous and stop too. Now we're both stopped. I'm like, what the fuck?
You flash the
Well,
light
that's why
so that
There you go.
to let people go first or not.
That's why
Yeah.
you just go.
Also, there is
I already stopped to let him go. So what? That didn't work, obviously, right?
Flash your
But
light.
you go.
flash the light. Yeah.
I wouldn't go.
But if they were going to let me go, why did they make me stop first?
Well, because they stop first so that they don't want to hit you, just in case you're one of those
stopped
assholes that doesn't stop.
You stop first. It just
I stopped first.
Okay. Just one.
it's just like in an awkward situation, put that way.
No, like
It sucks.
Albert, have you ever walked into somebody like in front of you and then you decide to go left and they went left and you went right, they went right, and one
That's
person has to
different.
just not move?
That's
No,
different.
that's the same. That's almost the same. Like if you stop first and he stopped because he saw you stop, it's just like one of those moments
It's
that's just very
pointless.
awkward.
Pointless. Yeah, it sucks.
There is a general courtesy, depends on where that open is. If that stop is close to an intersection, you let the intersection pass first because they can jam up the road. That's usually the case. If you're in the middle of nowhere and there's no intersection, then it's up for grabs.
You're not catching on what I'm saying. All right.
I'm
No,
not, but like usually
I
at
get that a lot.
most cases I'll let people go. I'll stop and I'll let people go, right?
You do?
Because
Okay,
I don't want them to scratch my car.
And I don't mind stopping, and I've done that, right? But what irritates me is that I'll stop and then they'll stop. So now we're stuck trying to.
Well, at
go.
most additional 20 second, 30 second. How long are you stopping for?
The principle. It's the principle.
I think that's
Me,
a first
I
world
usually
problem.
go. Like if both of us stop, then I go. That's it.
No, someone stopped before the other. That's my point.
Yeah. So if one of us stop, or both of us stop, there's a split second that I go.
You see, that's what I do. If they stop, I don't even stop. I'll just go because that's faster.
Well, if you already seen it, if you already see it stop for a little bit, then you can go. But if you just stop and they just arrive, usually you will stop too.
No, they needed to go. I was already courteous to let them go.
But they don't know that.
Los knows what I'm talking about. Yeah.
It must be a
So,
Texas thing.
Are you a stop and then they stop and piss you off kind of guy, or do you keep going?
Here's the thing: if I stop and they stop, would not piss me off. That would not piss me off.
Yeah, I hate it. It even happened at a red light or a green light.
A lot. A red and green light, a lot. Because when I
Sorry, a
leave
green
work,
light.
yeah.
So a car was coming the other way and was going to turn right onto the street. So I'm coming up behind this big old truck, like a big old dump truck bullshit, right? Because they're doing construction. And he's wanting to turn left. So what does the truck do who's turning right with a green green light?
He stops
Stops.
like an
And then the
idiot.
truck is like, what? You want me to go?
There's
So
only
he
one
delayed.
scenario I will drive through.
Oh my God, that sucks.
There's only
Yeah.
one scenario I will drive through, and it's not the way Albert described the scenario. Is that if you have really narrow two-way street, but one motherfucker decides to stop one side, and then so one side of the car has to turn around that car to get through. If my side has a clear opening, I will drive through it. If my side has a car in front of me, then I'll stop until it's safe to pass.
Yeah.
But I'll only drive through that in that scenario. If any other scenario, I'll stop and I'll wait the situation. So.
Drives me up a wall, man.
Well, yeah, it's like a 30-second thing. You should not have to get pissed off on that.
I might have caught a red light on that whole thing at the light.
But at best, that's a minute. I mean, listen to some nice podcast. You wouldn't have that problem.
Yeah, you're right.
Just listen to the Soy Sauce Assassin podcast.
Yeah. What's everybody smoking?
Oh, that's right. You don't drive, innocent.
Nah.
My bad.
Nah.
Why not? Oh,
But yeah,
why not?
the person that stops when they have the right of way pisses me off. I'm like, dude, you have the fucking right of way. Go.
Right,
So-
right. All they did was diffuse
Two
things.
reasons, Eric.
They're not being nice.
So I do have my license, but like over here on my block, like I would say maybe twice a month, the people breaking into people's cars over here all the time, and so the insurance on my block is super high.
Yeah, I bet.
Edison, I have a question for you.
Go for it.
You go through Penn Station a lot, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Have you ever
Every day.
used their public bathroom there?
Yeah.
Is it
Not
clean?
number two. I pissed there. That's about it.
Is it clean?
They try.
But is it clean?
What?
Out of 10, how clean would you say it is?
6.
6, so it's
Well,
not very
you know
clean.
what? I would say this. They just opened up a brand new bathroom, so that was like an 8. But they have two that are like filthy.
Okay. Yeah, my wife saw the video of someone's recording a bathroom that's really sparkling clean and said that's Penn State. Penn Station.
Penn Station, New York is Penn Station, Newark. Nah.
So, and I say, well, they're recording at a time where there's no hobo staying sleeping there, but you know.
Yeah. Well, in that one, they don't allow it. So they actually have cops going through there banging on the bathroom.
When you
stalls
say
and
they
shit.
don't allow it, there's no place that allows people to just sleep in there.
I'm just saying, like, yo, like dudes will be in the ones in Newark, like literally living in a bathroom stall.
Yeah, nowhere will allow people. I don't know.
I tell you what,
Listen, Newark is a whole different beast, man.
you can't trespass people.
So there is Penn Station in Newark and in New York.
And there's one in Pennsylvania too.
Okay.
So there's a problem with homeless thing that you can't trespass homeless people for being in public.
What's that again?
You cannot trespass people for being in public.
You
But
cannot.
the thing you have to,
Well,
yeah.
but is it really public?
Yeah.
But
owned
you
by
gotta say
somebody.
too,
No,
but
because
the city,
I wouldn't
want them
call Penn Station a public building.
I bet it is.
But-
I bet it's
But
public.
here's the thing, they want them there. Like they don't want them outside of Penn. Like if the cops will tell them to go to Penn Station to like hang out and harbor there, because they don't want to like there and like it's Newark. Penn is bad with homeless. Of course, New York, and then Port Authority, New York is like the worst out of everything.
See that's public transportation.
It's public transportation doesn't make it public, because public transportation just means public can use the transportation. It doesn't mean it's
Yeah.
public.
So in New York, they just raised the price of everything, the MTA,
Yeah.
Metro North, or anything public transit. They raised the prices on that, and they're trying to pass the bill for congestion pricing. So if you go past 61st Street, it's like $17 to get to come down into Manhattan.
Okay,
They're trying to pass that now.
so Penn Station is privately owned
Mm-hmm. Oh wow.
by Amtrak.
They don't take any
Right.
federal funding.
I'm not surprised.
They don't take any federal funding.
course.
While commuter rail service are operated, so the service are operated, but the building is privately owned.
But if they take federal or local funding from the government, they have to. It's public.
I
It's
don't
not
know.
like Walmart. It's not like Walmart. Walmart can trespass you. Never come back. That place, you got to be able to go to it.
So the only place I don't see homeless people, honestly, is on NJ Transit, the train I ride home, and also on the PATH train. There's no homeless people on the PATH train.
If they bought a ticket, they can get on it. That's for sure.
Well, yeah,
But
but then
they don't.
when you buy a
That's the
ticket, you
crazy
have
thing.
purchased a service, so you can be there. So
But even if you're there, you're going to meet somebody that's coming to visit. Yeah, it's public.
Like, so the rule is if
with
you're on the
public
train,
access
you
doesn't
don't
make it public.
go in the corners because that's what homeless people.
If you're taking federal funding, which they probably are, it's accessible, man. I'm telling you. That's why people can go into like the post office and they can't kick you out unless you're being unruly, unless you're doing something just disturb.
No, you cannot just go to a post office station and just decide to sleep in
hang
there.
out. I'm not saying sleep. I'm saying hang
Well,
out.
but that's the thing. I mean, you say you can't trespass them. They could.
It's hard to trespass them. I'm well studied on this.
It's hard to. Doesn't mean you can't, right? Try
But
to.
they can't just make rules to kick you out. You have to be doing something that's effectively breaking the law to get trespassed.
But it's-
And the law has to be legal, right? The law has to be. It can't go against your civil rights.
Yeah. I'll be back in about 3 minutes. I gotta make these boys plates. I'll be right back.
Okay. You don't have to come back if you don't have to.
That's why people. That's why people can go in with the cameras and they can record people, right? And they can't say you can't have cameras in the post office because they're allowed to record in public.
Okay. It says that They are part of the Penn Station, our public space, and their part does not. It's a public place. It's a public place with private interests. So some part of it are public, some part of it are private. That's what it says. So yeah.
It's very strong.
But like, you know, I can understand like public place like parks. You can sleep in the park and then kind of minorly gets kicked out here and there. But
well, there may be a time limit for that though. They can set time limits and stuff.
Right, like when like there are police that can kick you out of a public park.
Yeah, at a certain time.
Right. Because over here in downtown Plano, we have a lot of homeless people who just camp at a freaking table.
No, here's the question. Okay, can you get banned for a public park?
No. It would have to be like a court order kind of a thing. There would have to be some legal thing that caused you to be banned like that.
That's a good question to ask beautiful Google.
Google.
Can you get banned from a public property?
I watch a lot of First Amendment auditors, man, so I'm pretty well versed on it.
Okay, so they can ban you so long as they provided an advance notice of contact. That will result in a ban.
Number of offense.
There has to be something you did that effectively broke the law.
Hell yeah, it was good.
Trespassing can be occurred on both private and public property.
Yeah, don't trespass on someone's private property in Texas. They'll shoot you.
For example, government building are private, are public place, but they can prevent you from entering.
Yeah, it's pretty tough. It's pretty tough to do it though.
No, I get, you know, there are people that get kicked out of the police station all the time.
it's going through the courts right now too.
So what?
Like New York City, New York has had a thing where they're not letting people in with cameras, and that's getting dealt with in the courts right now.
Yeah, because they have to identify whether or not the lobby is considered public. So
you know, it's funny. Like there's a QR code, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're putting things with QR codes.
Yeah.
So you have to have your camera out to do the QR code. And they're like, you can't have your camera out. Well, you're putting a damn QR code up on the wall. So what the hell?
You use your eyes. Well, remember the dot, go out and redot it and use your camera.
Yeah.
Nice.
But they'll get sued. Like the city can get sued for that. And they are being sued for it right now, actually.
But just because you get sued doesn't mean you win or lose. So.
They'll probably win with a civil lawsuit. If the right lawyers pick it up and take it through, they'll win.
A public property is for public use with accepted social norm based on the local culture and practice. So, if you're found doing the following, you can be asked to leave or arrested. If you have bad behavior that makes others uncomfortable, behavior that may indicate a security threat, doing a private activity not allowed, such as picnic at a place that's not marked for it, commercial activity that's not licensed, or damaging or defacing public property.
Yeah, those are pretty major things.
But they kind of, other than walking by it, it could fit into, you know, making others uncomfortable can be easily like, hey, you know.
But you know, Chinese man makes me uncomfortable, man, because I had a Chinese man.
You see, that's the problem. You can fit into the category if you try.
That's it. That's the problem, right? And so the uncomfortable thing is a very serious problem.
Right.
So that's why you have to defer to the other stuff.
Behavior that might indicate security threat.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that could be like, all right, I'm not trying to be racist, but I'm just saying, like a person that want to pick a problem says, look at all those people with the garb cover their faces and stuff like that,
Yep.
like a Muslim and stuff like
Yep.
that. That could, you know,
Yep.
they can use that too. Not that they're any danger, but they I feel they make me uncomfortable.
Threatened.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you go to court, and then that's how you get sued, and you wind up losing a lot of money.
And like for example, homeless are damaging and defacing the public property, but they don't get kicked out.
Well, if they're damaging though, that's a different story, right?
Or if they decide to put paper boxes and sleep on the chair, that's damaging. It's called wear and tear.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no problem with them. They're everywhere in New York.
What about an airport?
Airport's private.
It's public.
No, airport is private, privately owned.
It's
That's why they
public
have security
access.
guard and TSA.
It's public access though.
It's probably access at a certain point and in the
They
lobby.
got to be careful with that. Yeah,
Yeah.
they got to be real careful with that. Like you can go up and record the TSA with your camera, and they can't do anything about it. They try to do something about it, but you can't.
Usually they distinguish by security point and beyond, right? If you pass the
Right.
security point,
So
you're
as
in
long as
private
you're-
area.
As long as you're on this area, you can do it.
Yeah. The security point makes it private.
They gotta be super careful with that because if it's a legit private airport where only people that can come and go are ones who have stake in it, like a stake in that airport.
And that's how they distinguish, right? You cannot go through the security unless you had a ticket. And when you're paying customer, you're using the private facility.
Right.
So, but what's really funny is that once you pass the security area, you're not supposed to go back there, even though you passed it. So, I don't know. Who's watching TV show?
What's going on?
My kids. My kids. Sorry.
Oh, it sounds like a ninja fight or something like that in the background, so I can't tell.
They're watching YouTube. I just
Ah.
want to grab another cigarette.
Cool. What you got? What you got?
Another German exclusive.
Oh my God. You go for round two?
Round two. Baby.
How many of that cigar do you have?
Well, no, this is a different one. The Wanderlust.
Content.
Shut up.
He's mad at James, so he's smoking all the
Burning it
cigars.
off. Yeah.
I'm prepping for 2025, guys. Come on now.
No, I'm actually was surprised by Eric's package today because I received it, and Eric did tell me that he's gonna send me the box so I can show the box. So I was he had one bag of cigar, and I was like, okay, yeah, here's a cigar, and I saw the box. I tossed the box to the side like that
Oh my God! You
in
fucking
the
tossed
paper box with the foam and everything, like that. And then when I tossed it, he thump. I was like, wait, that thing is heavy. What the hell? And I take it out, open it up. I was like, no. That thing has cigar in it. Open it up. And fuck, there's like a whole thing of cigar, but then the thing was covered. So you can't tell what cigar's in there. I was like, did he just send me a whole entire box of that cigar? Right? And then I was dumb enough to kind of like roll the paper so I don't have to damage it and just see the side. And
Yeah.
it rolled, and then I saw the 3 cigar in the corner. I was like, fuck, he did send me an entire box of cigar of that. And then I rolled to the side. I was like, wait, there's a Perfecto in there. I was like, wait, that's not right. And open it. I was like, ah, fuck. Yeah.
Okay, I can't believe you threw the box though. Come on, man.
No, like in the paper box that came with. So it's just foam in there.
Oh, it's still foam in there. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So I just like, just get the box and go like that. And I was like, what the, that's kind of heavy. Yeah.
Heavy for empty box. So that's how you treat my box. You just
That's how I treat all cigar boxes, okay? Don't give me shit on that. That's how I treat all cigar boxes. It lands on my floor. Okay? So yeah. I heard those Wanderlust are very strong. I smoked one before, but I don't
Dude.
recall how they taste like. So unfortunately I can't comment on it because I don't remember.
This is stronger.
Bauhaus is a good cigar though.
It's a good cigar, but it's fucking strong.
I smoked it. Here's the thing: it's strong, but it wasn't big cigar, so you didn't have to, go for a
Right.
lot.
Right. It's only an hour, but damn, I definitely felt that.
Yeah, but Wanderlust, I don't have a good memory of how they taste like.
It's not strong. It's very spicy.
So
That makes you wonder now.
make me lost. I don't know.
This one's mellowed out. It's been 2 years since I got this one.
2 years not that bad. 2 years not that bad for Wanderlust, I think.
But yeah, it mellowed out.
So Innocent, have you had a Cuban cigar before, right? You're muted.
You muted.
He said, yeah.
I know he said yeah.
I know,
I
but
can,
we
I can,
can't
yeah,
hear
he's muted.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
had one before.
Can you tell the difference between a Cuban cigar and a American cigar?
Just say it, man. Can you tell different from a Cuban and a Perdomo?
No, I want to know that overall against the American cigar.
No, not really.
Not really. Okay.
Whoa.
No, that's fine. That's fine. All right. Albert had a Cuban cigar, right? A lot of Cuban
I
cigars.
did. I've had plenty. My question is, were you able to smoke it by yourself, or did you have to smoke it with Sanj?
No, I smoked it with Sanj. I smoked about 5 or 6 Cubans.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So Albert, can you tell the difference between a Cuban cigar and an American cigar?
Yeah, generally.
Generally. Okay.
Yeah.
And
It's not like crazy different, but there are earmarks with it. Yeah.
okay.
Definitely earmarks.
I'm not gonna ask Martin because he can taste crayons. So
You know, I think they're very floral.
floral.
The ones I've had are very floral.
Floral.
Not and also too, like the ones I've had, they weren't spicy at all. They were just smooth.
They don't
They're
have
just
to be
smooth.
spicy.
Yeah.
I'm just saying the ones that I've had,
Generally smooth.
and the ones I've had too, they were all between like 7 and 10 years old.
Whatever you get the whole cigar.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. I'll get that. That doesn't have a lot of transition on most Cubans.
Or one-dimensional.
You know,
I think Cubans are very a lot of myth.
Eric, on that video, I realized there is one issue why he can't tell the difference between the two cigars. He's trying to identify a cigar with like 4 puffs.
Hey, dude, even with 4 puffs, you really can't, Tony?
You can tell.
Oh, I can tell the moment he lit up.
Yeah, so...
But I'm saying that he's like he tried to tell you, that, you know, whether or not a cigar is good or comparable by 4 puffs.
Even with 4 puffs. Okay, I don't have an issue with that. The only issue is what you compare it with, you know?
So you think that you can actually judge whether or not a cigar is good with 4 puffs?
If it's good with 4, it could be the first fucking puff.
2 puff is me.
That's Tony.
Yeah.
2 puff Tony.
You know, you could do it like with the first puff. It was like, what the fuck is this cigar?
Well, the first puff is gonna taste bitter because you just lit it up.
I always go to first. I always give it the first third. If it's still shit after the first third.
No, I will stop
Usually-
smoking a cigar if I get a note that I really don't like, and I don't want to suffer through it.
I'll say this. I wish pancakes, the last bite was the same as the first bite. I swear to God. It's like, by the time you eat the last bite of a pancake, you're like, what the fuck?
Why? What's
Is
wrong
this
with the
what
last
it's
bite
doing?
of pancake?
Oh
It's
my God.
soggy.
Well, why don't you
it's
just dip?
It's too much.
Why
It's
don't you dip?
You've had too much pancake.
Too much pancake? How many pancake are you eating?
Right? I'm usually eating 3.
A stack?
That's it.
You get a stack.
Yeah, but a stack, you already went through the last bite of a pancake 3 times or 4 times.
Oh, have you guys ever
No.
went to IHOP for the never ending pancakes?
No, that's gonna kill you.
No,
That thing's gonna
That's too
kill
much.
you.
Oh,
that's too much.
I went through 25 pancakes.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And those
Why?
that last stack sucked, didn't it?
Why?
Look, it was no. After the 10th, it was block everything out and just fucking keep
Yeah.
going, man.
But
You know what
why?
it
My
is?
boy,
You try to get the T-shirt. That's what you're going for, right?
God
yeah,
damn.
like me and my boys, we all put up $5 because this is in high school, so we all put up $5. And one of my boys ate 76 pancakes.
Is that?
Well, you gotta understand too that they're smaller. After the first ones, they give you like little small ones.
Innocent,
So
did your
basically-
friend has passed away of diabetes or
Right.
high blood pressure,
Nah,
high
still around.
cholesterol, clot arteries?
Still around.
There's a place up north that sells maple syrup, and they give you free pancakes if you come in and buy the maple syrup.
Mm.
How much is a maple syrup?
Oh, hold on. I want to address Lowe's question. Like, he said, sad I would never get to try all the Cuban brands because there's no way I'm paying for all those new prices.
Oh, the new prices, yeah.
I can tell you, even I didn't try all the Cuban brands. In fact, there are some Cubans that when you go to a shop that sells Cuban, that some of the brands just turns you away. Like, it's just like, I don't want to get that. So
I want to try that one brand of Cuban that's like way up in the corner. I forget the name of it. It was in that video about the cigar industry.
Or just pull it down.
Where they would not, they haven't sold the Cohiba. Like they're not selling the Cohiba. They're making their own shit.
I don't know. I can when you say that, I don't think I watched that video. I try to not watch too much videos because I think it influenced me a lot. For example, I watched some hand rolling cigar, and I think all the cigars should be hand rolled. So I try not to watch those videos.
You see what? That one's about the industry, and they put it together pretty well.
I think that one you sent me a link to it, something like that.
So
I think I watched a little bit.
Did I tell you that I spoke to the guy from Villager Cigars?
You what?
And he Villager Cigars, and he was explaining his like how they have their machine made ones, and then they have their ones that they basically cater to the European market because they're bigger in Europe than they are here.
I have a hard time with Villiger. I do. I see them as a budget third rate.
But they make two different types of sticks though. They do make budget sticks where they make the machine rolled, and then they make their hand roll shit.
Yeah,
I only have one problem with Villager
I don't
cigar.
like Villager.
I only have one problem. Is that their name looks like Villager, so I don't smoke them.
You know, when I first read it, my first time having a Villager, I thought it was Villager.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like name that spell funny.
And it's also it's a takeoff of Dunhill too. It's a whole double L thing.
Mm-hmm. So
like they're trying to rip off the Dunhill
logo, yeah.
logo.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I have a pack of 3, the small ones. Those are like
it's probably
flavored or
unfair.
something, so I never smoked it.
Oh, so is Dunhill?
I admit that my view on it is unfair. I get that. I mean,
It's not. It's not.
well, it is because there are some good cigars with that, right? I'm sure they make some good cigars, but I have this mental block about it because. And here's another one. It's not Jack Geronimo.
I don't own any Villager.
What is it? Victor Sinclair. I have a hard time with Victor Sinclair cigars too. I think those are some weird blends.
budget.
You know, but the one thing I was with Villager, they have so many facings. That's the problem I think I have with Villager. They have so many facings.
My other one that Brandon name has an issue for me was San Cristobal.
Because it changed or something or what?
No, because I was always looking for that Cristobal. I can't find it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's Sanskrit.
No,
Yeah.
I'm being honest. Like, when I first looked for San Cristobal, I'm looking for Cristobal.
But you won't find it because it's Sans Cristobal.
Yeah. Wow.
Like
It's
Sans
San.
means
It's
without.
not. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but they're
Yeah,
good. They're
Sans
good
means
brand.
without.
though.
Yeah.
I like San Cristobal.
I do
But
smoke
like,
that
there's-
cigar. I do smoke that cigar. I just I don't like the name.
I think I got only a few of those. So
Yeah.
I like them and Roma de la Cuba.
Yeah, I feel like, as I smoke and I start to phasing out like brands that I will smoke. Not that their cigar's not good. I just have a problem with it. I don't know why.
Who makes San Cristobal cigars? Anybody know?
No idea.
It's Ashton, right?
Ashton.
and who made Ashton?
Chino cigar.
Ashton.
No,
Oh, Puente.
it's
Puente.
it's
There you go.
mhm.
Yeah.
So those are just leftover of Fuente cigars, in my
Do
opinion.
you know that the Ashton brand, they have their own cigar shop?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been there
What shop?
in Philadelphia.
What shop?
The one on top of Holtz.
I like
Oh,
Ashton because they produce like a ton of ash.
Does Ashton
Oh,
produce
no,
a ton of ash, or did they
Ashton.
produce a lot of things that became ash?
There you go. Tony's tearing up your
Well,
joke.
the thing is, like, Tony's mellow with the joke, which is make it like, kind of weird and funny at the
He's
same
always
time.
like that.
Mm,
Well, it comes down to his editor is having to, we're getting into a rhythm.
yeah, my editor needs to move faster. I have like the triple review needs to be released.
All right, that'll be tomorrow.
I did
Well,
upload
I
the
did
4
that.
today, so
I didn't even.
you didn't even
Recorded yet,
smoke it
so-
yet. Yeah, get out of here. Get out of
Yeah.
here, slacker.
Slacker.
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
gotta edit it.
slacker.
I gotta edit it.
Like, dude, don't worry about me. Wait, worry about that guy. the
Martin
Mexican
already
guy.
smoked it.
I already smoked it. I gotta
Yeah, but he
I gotta edit the video.
Yeah, so it's not even edited, so don't worry about it. It might be done tomorrow.
I mean, I can edit it tomorrow and have it ready for Friday.
Actually, I'm a Commodian. Life of the potty.
Commodian
Life of the potty.
is editor of a comedian. Yeah, I was like, I was very interested how you will edit my my Cuban cigar video. And when I saw the beginning of it, I was like, yep, he catched it. I said that thing like 15 different times. I said it 15 different times. I didn't even realize how many times I mentioned it. So,
Dude, I stopped after the first segment, man. I'm like, nope. I don't know about that.
I did
that
a
was from the
video
first
where
segment? I
kept
thought it was
saying-
it was multiple part of
That
it.
was the first segment. Yeah, I didn't scour the rest of them.
Okay.
I did a video one time where I kept saying the same thing over and over and over again. And I marked like the first time I said it, second
Ding.
time
I remember
said
that. I remember that.
that.
Ding, ding.
Albert, did you have to cut out parts from my? I feel like there was one part where I repeated on the Cuban one. Like I screwed up what I'm gonna say, and I said it again.
I didn't catch it if that's the case.
Shit! Now I had to go back and look at it. I was pretty sure I screwed something up and I reset it.
Mm.
That's weird.
If I screw something up, I'll just edit it out.
Yeah, but I don't remember when I do it, and I just leave it in there. And and now that Albert's editing it, I trust him that he watched the entire thing.
Oh yeah, I did, but
So I'm not sure if you catch it where I just go say something and then pause and say it again.
But to be fair, you kind of do that sometimes, even on the lives. You talk, you say some stuff, and then you think about it and say it again. So
True. It's okay. I don't care what people think.
Yep.
Oh, last night, so I got the live working finally, Tony.
Oh, you did? Good.
Yeah.
So now you can finally have your live show. What was the problem though?
So I created another account, not knowing that my original one, that the Big Guilty Cigars, is actually under my original email. So I went there, and then I seen the other stuff. So I was able to get it going.
Okay.
So I did like a little test today, but the problem now is the Wi-Fi. So like my picture's not clear. Well, I bought an extender, but
How about you just landline that thing? Like plug it in.
it's a long cable, man.
Yeah. Just go get a 100 feet cable.
Yeah.
You know, anything more than 100 feet
so-
is not good, but get a 100 feet cage.
So
You
I
can
have
go
a
to
question.
300 you can
so
go to
now-
300 feet, by the way.
You could.
So like,
Yeah.
so if I get that, like, because normally when I plug in a secondary line, it cuts off the Wi-Fi to everything else.
It's supposed to.
Okay.
Like when you plug into the computer, if there's Wi-Fi and landline, they will always cut off Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi
No,
became
but not for me. Not for me, but for the rest of the house.
that means you have
shouldn't do
that means you have one duplicated IP.
Okay.
So you just have to make sure that duplicate IP is disconnected.
Okay.
Right. So it's just
All right,
like, you know,
well-
if your computer is 31 and then your router assign another one with 31, it's gotta kill the entire network.
All right. So tomorrow around like 5 o'clock, I might need to call you, Tony. To help me out. with that.
Call me. I don't know. Call me. Let me make it known.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
that's pretty good. All right. I got a lot of information today. Very, very informative. You know, I know.
Yeah, well, no, well, I think you do well. I think, you know, it's just you got to get the guest. That's it.
Yeah, I just had to make sure, you know, I choose
Or
my first
honestly-
guest very carefully.
No, or honestly, you can just do a weekly podcast with the same people every week.
I could,
Yeah.
but I also
And
had to
just-
make sure the person that I'm choosing is not gonna be like, I don't know, Quake.
They
That
gotta,
kind of.
they gotta be.
No, well, or
They
no,
gotta be available.
what you do is you just do rotating members of the Legion. That's
Yeah,
it.
I think that'll be very interesting to talk to various members of the Legion,
Yeah.
because I don't talk to them enough. I don't talk to people enough.
Right.
I used to though. Remember we used to do like, you know, like a everyday kind of thing on Facebook. And I get to talk to people, but I don't do that enough nowadays. It's just things has been busy for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yep.
Sorry.
You know, definitely something that I had to think about. You know,
Well, I will say this: the Facebook chat is always live. You know, the people from Facebook are always in Facebook.
well, that's what it is. You know, it used to
You
be
know, so
like
it's good.
it used to be that. It used to be me jumping on the Facebook, talk to the Legion members, and get their opinions. And now, even if I jump on Facebook, nobody jumps on because the time is just awkward, I guess. So, yeah, that's a
What's up,
problem.
Val?
Hey, Val.
What's
Eric,
up?
what are you smoking right now? What is that cigar you're holding?
Caldwell T-shirt. I don't fucking know.
Yo, go Hawks!
Oh, that's
All right. So I hope this, Lewis, I hope this is a good cigar, man.
Oh, yeah. So what happened, Tony? What happened, man?
What? What happened? What?
Like with the review on the Quavers the other night.
Nothing. I was just like, you know, when you review a cigar that you mentally know that you're not gonna buy, you're afraid
Yeah.
that it's gonna be a bad one. Because I definitely have a mental
Yeah.
block on that cigar.
Eric, check it out, man.
What's up?
It's a Casa Cuevas Almendaria, man.
Yeah, I know. I got one too.
I have a mental block on that cigar. When it was released, I was told that cigar is strong, and ever since I keep thinking that cigar is strong. And it's still strong. It's just
Yeah.
not very, very strong.
Where's that coming out? In 4 weeks?
No, I start to move them to weekends, Sundays. So I haven't seen which one I'm moving to. I realized when I start moving shows and onto, I mean the reviews onto Sundays, I don't have enough videos. So normally you have go all the way to September,
really?
but when I
So you
move into
don't have
Sunday, now I only have so many. So it's like, okay, shit.
Shit, man. Time to work, bro.
that's what I did.
No, what
Wait,
I'm
wait.
worried about is eventually run out of different cigars to review.
Don't worry.
No, because
me
there's
check.
only so many on the market. You'll eventually run out of new cigars to
Oh,
review.
Tony, honestly, you should be the last person to run out of cigars to review.
I say run out of variation of cigars, not run out of cigars.
No, because you have a ten you have like 2 bins of Lucy's.
Yeah, but like, you know, some of the things I just don't feel like they're worthy of a review.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Even if they're not, you still just putting out
Yeah,
content.
man. Like, dude, I smoke shit that I don't want to smoke. So,
Okay, so Eric, I would love to see you put out like 5 different videos of Podomos. Go for it.
But I have other options.
You know what I mean. You know what I mean. So would you go review Podomos once you run out of cigar to review?
Yeah. So we were talking about
run out.
Yeah, we were talking about Potomo the other day, and everybody says the same thing. It's like Nick has the infrastructure to like really like have really good cigars and can really be like a really better brand than he is. But everybody feel like Nick is in the way because like he won't, like everything is blended like by him instead of him like going out.
Well,
like,
that's not the point. No, it's good that he do that himself. Tell the truth, that's good. That's a good thing for him. But don't. He just to me, Perdomo don't have a signature cigar.
No, but his blends suck. That's the thing. I like if he picked good blends, I can understand it. You know, but you know, also too, you have the same stuff. It's not like it wouldn't be a bad idea to go out and get somebody new.
Well, let me ask you the question, Anderson. Do you think Perdomo sells a lot of cigars per year?
Ton of fucking cigars.
Okay,
tons.
So if their cigar all suck, how do they sell so many cigars?
Well, it's the name. I'm not, like there are Perdomos that I like. I'm not saying that there aren't. But what I am saying is there's nothing wrong with him going out and getting a new blender.
No, I think if he's his business point, he don't need to waste money if his cigar is selling very well to get another blender or anything like that. And it's good that he's blending his own shit. So I don't know.
Well,
the his barrel age stuff is good. His anniversary stuff is good. The noir sucks. I don't like that.
But he doesn't just sell those cigars, right? He sells all around. That's why he can continue to produce them because people buy them, right?
Yep.
That means that flavor does suit certain type of people, a certain demographic of people.
Well, that's the thing too. But it's a very good entry cigar. So like, because when people aren't. So here's the thing. So when people aren't smokers, one thing that I do notice that when people come into the shop, like, and they're like, "Oh, how often do you smoke?" I don't smoke a lot. I don't smoke often. Sanj just send right to the champagne.
That's Sanj. That's
I'm
just saying.
Right?
And it's not even Sanj. It's not even Sanj. That's the shop doing that. Like,
Well,
the shop can easily send them to Esteban Carrera, right? The shop can send them to. There's a whole host of cigars that are.
Well, it's known as a beginner cigar, like the champagne. So it's because it's not very like it's not very complex as far as flavor notes when you smoke a champagne. It's a golf cigar.
Oh no!
You play golf to smoke that cigar?
No,
Well,
it's not a good cigar.
That's a golf.
You don't want to do that.
No.
You get better cigar for golf.
I hate to tell you,
No, well, here's the thing, but when you're smoking, you're not thinking about flavor notes when you're playing golf.
No, you're
when you're playing golf, it's not about.
This cigar's have flavor.
It's about.
When you're playing golf, you take your time to take that puff and then have conversation before you hit that swing. But that's just my opinion. Let's do this. Name. Let's say you're a cigar shop owner. Okay, right now you're a cigar shop owner. Somebody came in your shop looking for a first cigar ever for somebody. It must be above $5, below $10. What would you recommend?
Baccarat.
You'll recommend their sweet tip?
Yes.
Yeah. You know what? Baccarat's not a bad choice.
Okay.
Honestly, for
all day long,
I would get them a 5x5 Passion by Roma del
Because cicada.
It's a $10 cigar, and It's good. It has a lot of flavor to it, and and it's not strong, so it won't knock him on his ass. But it's sweet. It's a sweeter tobacco. What the fuck? Oh, what Texas-sized fucking insect is that?
This is what
Cicada.
a fucking cicada comes out of, the shell. It comes out of this fucking little thing that comes out of the ground.
We are watching animal history right now.
These are the little fuckers that piss me off all the damn time.
Why? Because you don't like the noise that they make at night?
Yeah. Yeah. No, during the day. Like right before it's like
Martin,
the sun goes down.
Martin. As Asian, as Japanese Asian, we love that sound.
Hate them.
It's peace and quiet.
It's peace and quiet.
What, a
Not
cricket?
peace and quiet, they're annoying.
Cicada
Crickets
noise,
are fucking annoying.
so cicada chirping
Any-
is very peaceful for Asians. Well, anyways, okay, Martin, what will you choose between $5 and $10 for someone's first cigar?
$5
Between 5 to 10.
and for a first cigar. I mean, I guess it depends on what's in the shop, but I would probably go with an Oliva O or something Connecticut, depending on what's in the shop.
Yeah.
Underground Shade.
That's
Underground
very spicy.
Shade It's spicy.
Spicy.
So I would go with something with very little spice. Maybe a Habano. It's like in the middle.
All
But it
right.
would have to be something that I smoke that I know it's not going to be something that's going to kick them on their ass or be too spicy.
You know, a charter oak wouldn't be a bad choice for $6.
That's bitter.
Yeah, that's too bitter.
No, well, I would go with the Maduro Lonsdale. It's not strong and a lot of chocolate in that. To me, it's sweet to me.
Okay. Eric, what would you recommend?
AJ New World.
That's too
Yeah,
spicy.
no,
That's $12 a cigar.
Nah.
No, it's not.
No, it's
No.
not. No.
Asian New World, actually.
I wouldn't go with a New World for it because a New World is spicy.
Yeah, but it's flavorful. You know.
No, but
It's not strong.
but
It's not strong, but
it's not about being strong. But when you're first smoking, you're not expecting that spice.
well, it doesn't matter. Like, why you have to start on with no spice, right?
Well, because you kind of want them to kind of get the breathing, like
No,
just
they
inhale, exhale.
with no spice, they're gonna be a bitch smoker.
Well, they'll gradually get there.
Yeah.
No, start them up good, in the right foot, it'll be fine.
No, because I feel like the spice might scare them away.
You know what I noticed about new smoker when you get a Connecticut? I met a lot of new smokers, and they be like, "Oh, this shopper would recommend me a Connecticut and stuff like that." And you know what they say? It's too light.
Oh, you're right. The Asian New World is $8, almost $9.
Yeah.
Why do I buy it for
You know,
12?
New World's cheap, man.
I
You know
bought
what
one
I'm
for
saying?
12 before.
Maybe a Cameroon New World.
I'm just saying, like a lot of
That's
new smokers
Cameroon.
come to me.
A Cameroon New World is a amazing stick. It's still got that AG spice to it though.
Yeah, it might be it.
Yeah, but
I bought a
Yeah.
$12 stick. That's why I remember that was $12.
I'll tell you this,
Like-
kind of going back around.
Okay.
A Big Sky Mad Minnow. That's a badass little cigar, bro.
I do not like any big size cigars.
Never had one.
You tried
I
the
can't
Mad Minnow?
count.
Have you tried the Mad Minnow?
I got the 3 cigar pack or something like that.
No, it didn't come with that. This is a little small one.
No, I did not
It's like a
try it.
minnow, size of a minnow. It's an awesome cigar. Tastes very different than the rest.
Sam, Rick, I just want to address that. Japanese cicada sounds way more peaceful than American cicadas because have you ever seen a Japanese person speak, not peaceful? Okay, so
So, Tony, what would you recommend?
between 5 and 10. Honestly, I would just suggest those like Oliva O or something like I would even suggest Macanudo.
Macanudo?
Chill cigar.
Macanudo.
I think Chill cigar.
The
Yeah.
the Macanudo Cafe is still one of my favorite cigars.
Yeah,
That's
the
a good
green
one.
band. It's actually very easy to smoke. It's a very light cigar. It's a good starter.
Because I met a guy at the shop. He was new, and he came in, and I was shopping around, and he asked one of the worker there, like, he's like, "Oh, well, one of the worker there recommended a Connecticut for him, and a Camacho Connecticut, and then he was like, hey, it was too light for me, even though it was my first cigar, it was way too light for me, and he asked the guy, the worker again, to recommend him another cigar. I just pick up a Maduro and give it to him, and he was like, is this a lot of flavor? I was like, you can get like a bitch ton of flavor from this one.
No, but that's the thing. If you're first time smoker, you don't know what light is.
Yeah.
How's he know?
Yeah, what did he know? It's first time.
Not only that,
No, I
it's
don't.
a light cigar.
Right? So you can't tell. The best way to do it is start low and then go high as you go.
Maybe because it's just me. I start.
Well, you started high, but I'm saying that, if somebody that's new, first cigar, and you give them a cigar and they say that's too light, they don't know what that cigar is supposed to taste like.
So to me,
They heard somebody.
I don't know. He says too light, so give him more Maduro and he'd be fine.
They listen to somebody though. That's the problem.
Yeah. Kinzuki, how much is a Kinzuki? I don't think Kinzuki
If
was.
somebody gave me the Kinzuki, that
Kentucky
would turn me off
is a
the
bundle,
cigars.
no?
No, it's not.
No, it's not. It's
Yeah.
a box.
If somebody turned me on to the Kinzuki as a first cigar, that shit would turn me off the cigars. That shit was nasty.
Yeah, Kinzuki kind of is not that good. All right, Kinzuki
No, if you want to
is.
do that, then you go with the Drew Estate Killer. You go with the Magic Toast.
No, because that person will just hate it and burn it and throw it out because he can't smoke it. Yeah, that could happen. Kinzuki, how much did it cost?
I don't know. New World is pretty good.
Yeah,
and it's not
Kinzuki is
strong.
$7.25. I don't know how much Kinzuki costs because I bought the entire box when it came out. Which I still don't understand why they choose that, because the cigar had nothing to do with it.
If they want to try a cigar that's a little bit more than $10, that's really fucking good. The Monte Cristo Classic. It's got a yellow band. That's a really good cigar.
Now you're going into a territory of like general public, slightly more expensive than they're worth cigars kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's a good cigar.
Because I even though that cigar is, I wouldn't call it bad, but $12 for that cigar is kind of weird.
It's overpriced. It's way overpriced.
But like I always feel like cigar smoking is in stages. Because if you're starting off new and then you go to like a Maduro and you don't know, and you get sick, you're done.
Right.
But
then that's the thing. You get sick one time, you know how to control it afterward.
Like I always feel like you go safe.
I got one.
But it tell you the truth, it all depends on the person too. If he just not like it's his first cigar, but he's been smoking. You know what I mean?
It'll be a lot
different
easier,
as
yeah.
well. Yeah.
I always feel like a Camacho's safe. As far as like if you go with the yellow band.
Yeah, that's a Connecticut.
That's a
Yeah.
Martin, what was that? You got one. What was it?
Oh, the Romeo y Julieta Reserva Real.
That is a freaking good cigar, but that is a medium body though. That is a medium to medium plus. You can get that almond, nice toasted nut.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's a good medium cigar. I like that one.
that is a really good cigar.
You know what? I would say, like, honestly, like if a person's at my house, I would give them the short stack reserve.
But they will be under
the
5.
2.0. Yeah.
But the thing is that.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, true.
Because if you
True.
gotta go under 5, anybody will recommend. Here's a bundle of like what seconds. Try these first, because those are not gonna be
Very
plugged.
true.
Very easy to smoke. So
If you come to my house, we ain't smoking anything under $20.
And then they waste the cigar.
yeah, and then waste a cigar.
Mm-hmm.
And then they assume that those are affordable and go to the shop and try to get it, and they go, "What the hell?" You know, you show up, you give him a Placencia at the fall, and then they went to the store. It's like, yeah, I smoked this thing with green band, and it's really cool. It's really good. I want to get one
Can't
of
even
those.
find it.
And they were like, oh yeah, we have like 2 left. Oh yes, that would be $200.
Yeah, Eric, I still haven't smoked that one. That was just still sitting in my humidor. Still haven't smoked it yet.
Right?
Don't waste it though.
That's the problem if you have a guest that come over and smoke a cigar, and when they look for it, if they liked it and they look for it,
Yeah,
they're
that's
screwed.
the thing. Yeah.
Right? Like, if Eric came to my house for the very first time and he never had the Perfecto, I give him the Perfecto from Davidoff.
Oh,
He
God,
smoked
I
that.
would go
He's
nuts.
gotta hate me for life.
I would go find it though.
You would,
Oh.
but you would be like, "What the hell, Tony? Why did you give me a cigar that I can't find?"
Yeah. How much is the Millennium, Tony?
Millennium what?
It's not
Davidoff.
like $15, right?
No, it's more than that. It depends where you buy it. Depends where you buy
Yeah,
it.
it all depends where you buy it.
I
yeah.
think majority place sells for like 18-ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
A Davidoff price range, their classic line up to their discovery line will be just under 20-ish. And then their discovery line is in the $22 to $40 range. And then you know, once you reach that range, you're in the same price range of their Churchills, their late hours, late hour Toro is about 40. So, and then you go from there.
Oh, yeah, Eric, did you smoke the 10th anniversary yet?
No.
He just got it not long ago.
I gotta let my
Well,
cigar rest, man.
Well, you got a 10-pack, bust one out.
No, I didn't bust one
He
out
always let it sit for a while before he started smoking.
yet. Yeah. I always do.
Yeah. He sent me 3 in a box. And I was in such a shock, I just leave the box to the side.
Yeah, he tossed my box. He's like, fuck that.
You
I
guys
don't
see me
need the
toss a
cigar.
box just like that? Push. The same idea.
Yeah, I'm still mad that fucking I had a chance to get a Pledge of Allegiance and I didn't get it.
It was a good
Everybody-
cigar. It's a good cigar.
Yeah, I know. You know what the thing is?
It's
That the smell of Tony's face, like he's like, I'm like, fuck, like, and
No,
you're not finding those nowhere.
It was a
No,
good cigar.
I found some.
Where?
The Monte Cristo store in Chicago. Well, not Chicago, but near where Val lives.
Okay.
They have like 3.5 boxes.
Oh shoot.
Mm.
$12 a stick too.
You know
What?
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 $12.
And you didn't get a box?
$12.50 a stick or something like that.
Wait. You didn't get a box?
If I was going to get a box, I would have got it from
Little guy?
little guy.
The
Yeah,
little guy don't have any more.
Because isn't that $20 cigar?
Yeah, it's a $20 cigar.
Yeah.
I will have bought a
That's
box.
pretty interesting.
well, how much?
I would
Are you sure you
definitely
weren't
buy a
looking at the
box,
pledge?
maybe 2.
Allegiance right next to each other?
22. It's $22.
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah,
Okay.
$22
Oh,
more.
okay.
Yeah, like I mean,
Yeah,
$12 should have
I'm
grabbed
about
it.
to say, yo, like, whoa.
a nudge more. It was a nudge more than what
Yeah, if it's
Might get it.
$12, I'll be like, yeah, let me get all 3 boxes. Thank you.
Let me get, yeah, exactly. I mean, I'd buy all $3 right now.
Yep.
but it's available to get, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
if you,
well-
if you want one, then let Val know so we can go get one. It's just down the street.
But you gotta pay more.
You gotta pay Val more.
Yeah.
And there's a 2 cigar tax too.
There's a tax, yeah. But I
Yep.
paid my tax. Yeah, I
You
paid.
drove up.
He's if he's still on, he's got a freaking flying pig and
Yo, innocent.
what's the
I'll-
other one I got?
How dare you call my cigar box a 10-pack?
Innocent?
No,
What?
it's 10. Well,
Half a
You don't
box.
call it 10-pack. You call a box a cigar.
It's a half a
How's
box.
10-pack?
listen, a box of cigars is 20. All right, this a 10-pack.
I hate to tell you, if it's in a box, it's a box of cigar.
No, it's not. No.
a 10-pack now.
$1.5.
Now it's a 10-pack. Like, what the fuck?
If we don't normalize this vernacular, then they're gonna fuck us around on swag. They're gonna continue to fuck us on swag.
No, I will just let them just like, just make sure you say you minimum of 20 stick purchase.
I wonder what fucking Ernesto's gonna do after the Pledge of Allegiance, because like the Allegiance was good, the Pledge of Allegiance was even better. So now it's like,
Oh well, based on how much he sell, I think they can release that every year with different Vitola.
Yeah.
It just won't be in the box. It won't be in the box.
Be a 10-pack.
Thank you, Hashi. It's a box, right?
It's a box.
You,
Look,
Hashi.
nobody asked for Hashi. Nobody asked for Hashi's opinion.
Oh, you want him to get on?
What?
You want him to get on?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a guy's good. If you come out next year, I'll buy it again because that's a guy's good. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But it's a great idea. Come out a different Vitola though.
Yeah. I mean that's like the Lambambas. They come out every year. I mean, if they have a trouble producing that much, even if it's just like a test of water kind of thing, they can sell it all the time. I think that will be something that they can sell. I don't know why they made it so limited compared to the rest of them. So
I think the packaging was limited.
Yeah.
But I think they'll sell bundles to the shops, so they'll hang on to the box.
If they sell bundle out, like no box one refills, I'll buy it.
Yeah, it's a refill thing.
Yeah, if they want to sell refills, I'll buy it. So.
But I do have one of the boxes though.
Wait, what is it? It's a box. I gave it to you. I don't understand. Is it?
Yeah. What's going on now?
Innocent, did you fuck something up?
Did you?
Did you? You're muted.
You're muted.
Oh, I don't know. I'm lost here.
Yeah, Hashimoto, I'm a little bit lost on that comment.
Yeah, we gone.
Yeah, that's Hashimoto, you got 1 minute to elaborate.
Explain.
No? It's a box. I give it to you. It's a box. No?
Is this the innocent or?
Yeah, I'm having trouble to see what that's addressed it to. Come on, Hashi, type faster.
No, there's a delay with the stream too.
No, because I can see on the side. That's not delayed.
Oh, is that?
I have so this one that you're seeing here is delayed, but there's another view on my side.
I know. There's
so
too.
Eric, I took this box just to put your cigars in.
Keep him muted.
A nice
The LFD box?
LFD, yeah.
Oh god.
Keep him muted.
Well, it's 11 o'clock.
Oh, keep me muted. Oh, really?
Oh my god. It's 11 o'clock, so everybody go to Discord.
Sorry,
my opinion.
did you see that?
See what?
Sorry.
I give Innocent my opinion.
That's a box.
It's a 10-pack now.
Okay.
Oh my
Anyways, so we gotta move to Discord. I'm actually gotta go get some rest because this drug is drugging me out.
All right, man.
Pleasure to slow down.
Val said he just called.
It's called. Oh, okay. Here we go.
Well, good thing I gave you one, right, Val?
There we go. So, I guess look forward to the podcast once we figure it out, and obviously visit minus Albert. Albert's the editor, but these three dumb people's channels and watch their videos. It's out there, right? And what?
Can I got to a plug?
You can't plug. I already plugged you. You can't plug.
Oh, okay.
Did you not see the other people just sit there and quietly and take it as is? Plug.
Okay.
What? Right? So they Anderson had podcast coming. Just go take a look. It's about 2 hours long, or 5 or 10, and you know,
tomorrow might be a long one.
Right. Oh yeah. So Anderson's gonna do a live thing. So you know, when the live jumps up, if you subscribe to it, you'll get an alarm for it. If you don't subscribe to it, yeah, you'll watch it whenever you get a chance. And yeah. And Martin,
are you telling us that so that we're not alarmed?
So you're not alert, yeah. So Rick want to plug too? What kind of plug? Like three prong, 2 prong?
The butt plug.
Whoa!
I was holding my comment till the after show, but I was going to say,
hey, wow. Anderson, you gotta take that one. You deserve that one for calling him out, right? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Martin have videos coming out, and Martin's tried to rebuild his channel for those people who used to watch Martin's channel, because like you guys came from Martin's channel over here.
Like,
so
it's not gonna happen because he keeps smoking his content.
We'll figure out a way. And you know, this could be a good thing. Like when you do like a videoless podcast, you can probably don't smoke a cigar. Nobody knows that you're now smoking one. So, right? And obviously, you know, we have a triple review coming as soon as my editor edit the video. So
as soon as I smoke one too.
Yeah, but as soon as he smoke one too. So, right. So that's on the works. So yeah, hopefully things get better.
One, right?
What?
Well, you have one, right? Well, you have one, right?
Who?
No, I don't. I don't have one.
So smoke one if you have one.
Oh God, that's a bad plug. That is a butt plug right there. That's a butt plug right there. So yeah, everybody go to Discord. I will see you guys Saturday. Bye guys.
All right. See ya.
All right.